All right. Hey, Shalom, Israel. We are the I.S.U.P.K. We started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Welcome to the I.S.U.P.K. Florida Sabbath service, man. All right. Let's get it cracking.
There you go. This way.
All right. The water.
Be careful because it's not attached.
You see, we should have been. Let's get it cracking.
Yeah, that's good. What?
All right. We'll call it the first. Trooper.
Trooper, the way y'all run loyal, so y'all SHALAM.
So like I make, you wanna wait till you ask it.
Trooper, the one y'all, one lawyer, one y'all SHALAM.
Y'all watching y'all Sabbath.
Y'all watching y'all Sabbath. Come on.
SHALAM.
Laya SHALAM.
All right. And if Israelite Majum, Wapanyak Wadum, which means stand and face the east. We're going to set up the prayers first in the Hebrew, then in the English. Repeat after me. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakaka. Ratazaka. Hayah. I.S.U.P.K. Ba'arataza. Kawah. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathundanawa. Lachum. Call. Yawam. Wasalak. Kawawak. Kasalak. Kawawak. Wala'ah. Taba YAHANNA. Banasa one. Above. I was shy now. Mayan. Rod. Kaya. Laka. Amalaka. Wahatapara. Aman.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it.
And conquer power. Yahweh. Ba'asham Yahushua. Babakashah. Nathundanawa. Hakak. Larapa'ah. Call Makala. Hakak. Latahar. Ha Matazariah. Hakak. Lahakoyim. Hamathim. Hakak. Al-Rakawa. Ha Tama'ala. Lagarashan. Ba'asham Yahushua. The water Aman.
In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner. Of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
Blessings Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahaya.
Wa Alahaya.
Matazab Ya Al-Wap Yahanna.
Mutazab al-Wap Yahanna.
Wa Al-Wap.
Ha al-Wapim.
Wa Ha-Saranya.
Ha Saranya.
Wa Ha-Salaga. Ha-Kwatazayanda.
Ha Katazayan.
Ha-Kayayoyo.
Ha Kayayoyo.
Wa Ha-Akwati.
Wa Ha Akwatim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Ba Hashem Yahweh Shah.
The water among.
The water among. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commander General Yohanan.
And the
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
Captains.
The officers.
Officers.
The troopers.
Troopers.
And assistants.
And assistants.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you. So be it.
So
Thank
good.
you, so good.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
All-Hahariah.
All-Hahariah.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Shemaiah.
Shemaiah.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
All your thunder.
All your thunder.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
All your woman.
All Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Nala'ah.
Hanala'ah.
Yana woman.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'Allah.
Yasha'Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Ha-Shamash.
Ha-Shamash.
La'ayakaka.
La'ayakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Alayallah.
Alayallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makal-Ra.
Makal-Ra.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athna-Pashka.
Athna-Pashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'aka.
Taza'atka.
Waba-Wa'aka.
Wapa-Wa'aka.
Ma'aika.
Ma'aika.
Wa'aida Walam.
Wa'ai-Awalum. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
My help cometh from
My
Yahweh,
help cometh from Yahweh.
which made heaven and earth.
Made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy
He
soul.
shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy Salakia, and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Psalm 83. Allahayim.
Alahayim.
All the Mayalaka.
Adam Yalaka.
All the Karash.
Al Takarash.
All the Shakwat.
Al Tashakwat.
All the Yahana.
Kayahana.
Our Yabika.
Our Yabika.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Wamashanayaka.
Wamashanayaka.
Nasha'al.
Nasha'al.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
A'imaka.
I
Ya'ira Yungwa.
Ya'ira Yungwa.
Sawah.
Sawah.
Wayata Ya'aita Zawah.
Wayata Ya'aita Zawah.
Al to the Pawanyaka.
Out to the Pawanyaka.
Amaru.
Amaru.
Wanakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakina.
Wanakakina.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasha'al.
Sham Yasha'al.
Aywa.
Aywa.
Kayat.
Kayat.
Now Aita Zawah.
Now Aita Zawah.
La.
La.
Yakadu.
Yakadu.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakaratwa.
Yakaraka.
Ahoya.
Ahoya.
Adawum.
Adawum.
Yashamai Alayam.
Wayashimai Alayam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagaria.
Wahagoria.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimalak.
Wa'aimalak.
Kalashah.
Kalashah.
I'm Yashabi.
I'm Yashabi.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Aimam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Ayu.
Zarawah.
Zarawat.
Abanyalawat.
Abanyalawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham.
Kamaji.
Kamadi.
Kasiyasara'a.
Kasiya Sara'ah.
Kayagi.
Yadi.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Koyashwa.
Koyashma.
Nashamadu.
Nashmad.
Ba'ayanda Ara.
Ayanda Ara.
Hayawa.
Ayu.
The man.
The man.
La'adama.
La'adama.
Shayatamu.
Shayatamwa.
Nariyamu.
Nariyamwa.
Ka'ira.
Ka'ira.
Wakazaaba.
Wakaza'aba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak.
Wakatazamana.
Wakatazamana.
Call Nasi Yakamwa.
Call Nasi Kumwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amaru.
Amoru.
Na Yarashah.
Naya Rashad.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ah. Nawa.
Nawa.
Alahaya.
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 Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagogala.
Kagabula.
Kakwash. Lapanya Raka. Ka'ash. Taba Ira. Wakalahaba.
Salahat.
Haryam. Come. Taba Basa Iraka. Wabasa Wapaka. Taba Halam. Mala'ah. Panyahum. Kala one. Wayabakwashua. Shamka. Yahau. Yabashua. Wayabaho. Adi. Wayakaparu. Wayabadu. Wayadahewa. Kaya. Shamka. Yahau. Nabaka. All you one. I'll call Haratazah.
All right, in the English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
Be not still, O God.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gebal and Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. As so also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kasan. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb. And like Ze'er. Yea. All their princes. As Sabbath and as Zalmunna. Who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame set the mountains on fire, so persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, and troubled forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame, and perish. That men may know, that thou whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high, over all the earth.
Tie hands down. Sorry, please turn. YAHANNA, which means to be seated.
All right, clap it up. All right, as per usual, man, every weekend, every Saturday, man, we run the I.S.U.P.K. Florida Sabbath service, man. And we left off in the book of Ruth, chapter 3 and verse 5. It is our custom to come up and read, and we read in the Hebrew, and then we read in the English, in the bastard language, as I like to say. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's how we're gonna do it today, man. This is our custom in Israel. This is what we did, man. We didn't go to church on Sunday. You understand? We didn't go bang tambourines on Sunday. That's not what we did as Israelites, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. What we did was we held Sabbath services. All right. And young men grew up strong in the Lord. And we read and we learned our culture and our history. And that's what we're doing right now, man. All right. We're just keeping the traditions of old. Come. All right. So we're about to get into it, man. All right. We got Trooper Nawanya Allah, man. You know what I mean? Strong Levite brothers about to get it in. All right.
The book of Ruth, chapter 3, verse 5. What the Amara Alahayim. That's it, Alahayim. Alaha. Kala. Ashara. The Amara. Yeah. I.S.U.P.K. What the Rada. Hagarana. Hagaran. What the Asha. That's double K.
Yeah, that's double call.
Kakar. Asha. It's like Taza with the ha. That's kama rata ha. Waya a kalam. Ba za. Waya shaitan. Waya yapa ba. Labawa. Waya ba'a. La shakaba. BLACKWATCH za ha. Ha aramad ha. Wataba a. Balapa.
That's Balat.
Balat. That's the answer. What the la.
Wa the Gal.
What the God. Mara gala da ya wa.
You would say Mara Galath Yawa.
Mara gala
Galath Yawa.
gala What the sha kaba. There's 8. What ya ha ya. Baka taza ya. Ha la ya la ha. Waya ka roda. Ha ya what it's like. Ha ya sha. Waya la pata. What Maraga.
It came up for y'all?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah.
Maraga.
Hold on, Hebrew.
Not on my phone.
Let's check. Let me make sure it's on. That's it?
I think so.
Yeah, it looks like it's on. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
Maraga. Maraga. Natanawa. Waya a mash. Slide. Waya a mara. Maya.
What verse you at?
Verse 9. Beginning verse 9.
All right, we on the book of Ruth, chapter 3 and verse 9. Salakia for that technical difficulties, all right? So go ahead, Hebrew.
Maya. Wata amara.
Mhm.
Anakaya. Rawata.
Rawath. That's Ruth. That's the what?
Amata.
Amathak.
Amatak.
Mhm.
Wapara. Shata.
No. Waparashaf.
Waparasha. Kanapa da.
Kanapak.
Kanapa.
Mhm.
Allah.
Ow.
Al.
Mhm.
Amata.
Amathak.
Amata.
Means handmaid.
Kaya. Allah.
Gaal.
Gaal. Ataha.
Athak.
Atah.
Mhm.
Waya amara.
Waya Amar.
Waya.
That's like he said, and he said. Whenever you see that Waya Amar, that's like and he said. Said. Amar is said or spoke.
Bara wa kaha. La yaha waha.
La Yahweh.
La yahaw.
The Lord.
Bataya. Haya ta bata.
Hayatabath.
Haya taba.
Mhm.
Ka sa da ka. Ka wana. Mana.
Mhm.
Ara shawana.
Mhm.
Laba lata.
It's like
Whose word is this?
That's mine.
Mhm.
Lakata.
Mhm.
Akaraya.
Akaria.
Akari.
Mhm.
Waya. Yama.
Mhm.
Ama.
Mhm.
Dala.
Mhm.
Wa ama.
Mhm.
Aishayara. Well, I'm stopping at verse 12.
Verse 11.
Wa daha. Bataya. Al. Tayara. Aya. Kal. Ashara.
Ashar.
Ashar. Maraya.
The Amaria.
Amari. Shaha Laka Kaya Yawada I Kala Ka Sha'arai I'm a ya Kaya I.S.U.P.K Ka Yala
Give it up. Trooper coming up, boy. Trooper reading that Hebrew like it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Let's get into English, man.
Ruth chapter 3 verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Start from 1.
Okay. Ruth chapter 3 verse 1. Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said unto her, My daughter, shall I not seek rest for thee, that it may be well, that it may be well with thee?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2. And now is not Boaz of our kindred.
Boaz is a who?
Of our kindred.
What does kindred mean?
It's like you.
Go ahead.
Kinfolks, relative.
Kinfolks, relative. Look up the word kindred. It says, and now is not Boaz of our kindred. Can anybody online tell me what kindred mean? Let's look up that word, kindred. But that's important when you're reading the book of Ruth. But you're going to see that word a lot. You get a little closer, Troop, so that way everybody can hear you. Look up that word, kindred. All right, so keep reading while he's looking up for that word.
And now is, verse 2,
Mm-hmm.
And now is not Boaz of our kindred, with whose maidens thou wast. Behold, he went now with barely. It's like, behold, he went with barely barley tonight, and thou their shining floor.
In the threshing floor.
It's like threshing floor.
You got that word yet, y'all?
What's the correct spelling?
Kindred, Kindred. Kindred. Let me get that in the definition. Word kindred. You know what I mean? Because Officer Thamayam right here is my kindred. Trooper Nawanya Allah is my kindred. You know what I mean? Trooper Kuyal is my kindred. Officer Itazab is my kindred. The brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K are my kindreds, are kin next to me. So let's see what that word means. Kindred. You got it? Read that, Hebrew. See what the word kindred.
Kindred.
Uh-huh.
One's family.
One's who?
One's family.
One's who?
Family. And
So,
relations.
One's family and relations, man. All right. So Naomi said, and now is not Boaz of our kindred. Who is she talking about? She's talking about Ruth. She's talking to Ruth, and she's talking about Boaz to Ruth. She's saying, and now is not Boaz of our kindred? Is he not our family? Why would Naomi tell Ruth that Boaz is a part of her family if she's supposed to be a Moabite, a Chinese woman? Why would Naomi say that? See? Keep going.
God, Ruth chapter 3, verse 3. Wash thyself. Okay,
in verse 2, where it says, behold, he winnoweth barley, you know what that means is to you know, in ancient days, you know what I'm saying, they had like a donkey or a mule, and they had this like, I don't know what they call it, but it's like a plate like thing where they had the barley on the ground, and Boaz would take it, and he would take the mule, he'll take the donkey, and the donkey would go around it, and they would break it. That's what it's called, winnoweth. He would go around it in circles and break it. All right, he winnoweth barley. I think barley is wheat, if I'm not mistaken, wheat. You know what I'm saying? So if you see how wheat comes, it has like a I want to say like a shaft around it or something. You have to break that. You have to break that, and they use a donkey or a mule to go around the wheat that's on the ground, and that plate like thing that they use that the donkey pulls and haul breaks it all up, and that's what Boaz was doing. Go ahead.
Come. Ruth chapter 3, verse 3. Wash thyself, therefore, and anoint thee, and put thy raiment upon thee, and get thee down to the floor. But make not thyself known unto the man, until he shall have done eating and drinking.
All right. So Naomi told Ruth to go ahead and wash yourself. You know what I'm saying? Anoint yourself with oil. You understand? Or with perfume or whatever, and go make yourself what?
So
make not thyself known. Go down to the floor, to the thresh floor. So, you know what I'm saying? It was an Israelite custom to bathe and to smell good. It was an Israelite custom to put on, for sisters to put on perfume. You know what I'm saying? Even brothers in Israel, man, we wear cologne, we wear anoint oils to smell good. Like Captain Tazariak oils, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not a Moabite custom to bathe. You know what I'm saying? It's not an Edomite custom to bathe. It's not a Hamite custom to bathe. They bathe in piss. You understand? So it's an Israelite custom to bathe. Naomi told Ruth, go ahead and, you know, freshen up. Get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? And go down there where this guy is at. Go ahead, read.
Ruth chapter 3, verse 4. And it shall be, when he lieth down, that thou shalt mark the place where he shall lie, and thou shalt go in and uncover his feet, and lie thee down, and he will tell thee what thou shalt do.
Right. So she's supposed to go lie down. If you got anything coming on, please feel free. You know what I mean? She went to go lie down at this man's feet. You understand? And she's gonna wait for Boaz to tell her what it was, what she needed to do, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Today, sisters don't lie down on no man's feet. Today, sisters don't, you know, they don't want to make themselves known to a man. What they want is to be independent today. Ruth wanted to make herself known to this man, and she wanted to get married. All right, go ahead.
Verse 5. And she said unto her, all that thou sayest unto me.
It's like what I made. And I'm glad to say that, you know, back then during this time, this when black mothers really taught, you know, daughters and other women around them how to treat a man.
Right.
You know, nowadays at time, you know, they don't treat a man. They don't get taught how to treat a man. They get taught how to insult a man.
Right.
How to disrespect a man. How to control him. You know, come back to this. Come back to the ways of Naomi and Ruth and Sarah. You know what I mean? I love this book right here, man. She teaching Ruth to come and be submissive.
Right.
Be humble. Show him you know how to treat him.
Exactly.
I mean, and guess what, man? That's how you win a man heart. You don't win a man heart by being all in his phone, snooping around.
Right.
You know what I mean? Being his probation officer. You be sweet. Be feminine. That's what men love. Okay? Go ahead.
Damn right.
Ruth chapter 5, verse 5 from the top. And she said unto her, all that thou sayest unto me, I will do.
Right. So Ruth is like, you know what I'm saying? Just like Thamiyam said, you know what I'm saying? She's going to do it. She's going to be submissive, you know what I'm saying? Today, you know what I'm saying? These sisters are not going to do that. These sisters are going to be like, what you talking about? Go sleep at his feet? Hell nah.
I ain't no slave.
I ain't no slave. I ain't finna do that. What you mean?
The F I look like.
What the hell I look like? Sleeping at this man's feet. He better come to me with that car and that money, and he better be 6'5", and he better this and that. Girl, shut up, man. That's why you ain't got no husband now.
Right.
You understand? That's why you're on them dating sites looking at the age of 40 for a man to be with. And you can't get one. Go ahead, Kayal.
No, it's like so. I was just saying, you ain't my daddy.
Right, you ain't my daddy. I was like, go ahead, Thamiyam.
Man, and believe it or not, Boaz was not a young man.
Exactly.
He was not a young man. He was an older man.
Mm.
Know what I mean? Yeah, so go ahead.
Go ahead.
Ruth chapter 3, verse 6. And she went down into the floor and did according to all that her mother-in-law begged her.
Begged her. That just means, order. You know what I'm saying? She followed the order. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And when Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry, he went to lie down at the end of the heap of corn.
All right. So the heap of the corn, if you're wondering, it's like the heap of the corn where he went to lie down is like a pile of corn that he already done crushed up, and he just had it on the side of the threshing floor, and he went to go lie down right next to it.
Hey, and guess what? Don't get it twisted now.
Mm-hmm.
Ruth wasn't no gold digger. You
Right.
know how you see those videos or YouTube videos or you have a man with a nice car? It'd be a prank too. It'd be a prank, a gold digger prank. That's what it's called, a gold digger prank. And they catch these gold diggers always trying to go after a man with money.
Right.
Boaz had money, and Ruth wasn't going to him for because he had money or he was rich with property. Ruth came to him in the duty of what her mother-in-law sent her to do.
Right.
Okay, she was thinking about her nation. Okay, women today and men today need to think about building their nation, not building your own damn stuff up, man.
Exactly.
Okay, this was the Ruth's first time showing this man submissiveness. I mean, being submissive. This was a whole bunch of times. Like she always showed him, that she was a real woman. That she was lady. She was ladylike, and he eventually fell for Ruth because of her femininity.
Right.
Her femininity. You know what I mean?
Right.
She was in her femininity, not being a feminist. You know what I mean? Not trying to play this man. I mean, she earned this man's trust by always being a good woman to him. You know what I mean? By showing that she'll be a good help.
Yep.
Go ahead.
You're right. And Boaz, like Officer Thamiyam said, Boaz was a wealthy landowner, man, in Bethlehem, in Judea, man. He didn't have to choose her. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it. Go ahead.
Ruth 3:7 from the top. And when Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry, he went to lie down at the end of the heap of corn.
Mm-hmm.
And she came softly.
She came how?
Softly.
How?
Softly.
Rude.
Softly.
Loudmouth.
Softly.
She came softly, man. Submit, humble. Real soft with her head down. Shalom, shalom, Yahweh,
Shamefaced.
Shamefaced it. She came softly, man. She didn't come demanding. Damn, you got all this money, you got land. Let me get some of that. You need to pay all my bills. I ain't doing no 50-50. She came what?
Softly.
Read.
And uncovered his feet and laid her down.
Came softly, uncovered the man's feet, and just laid down. Like she was told to do, like she was ordered to do. All right, go ahead.
Verse 8.
And guess what? And she was a widow.
Made it so.
She was a widow. She was a widow.
She was a widow.
And what is a widow? What's a widow? No. What's a widow? She's single now, but what is a widow? Huh? Come home, bring it home.
A woman whose husband is unalive.
So today, are these women that lead their husband? Are they widows? Or they what do you call this fornicator, adulteress? I mean,
Your man ain't dead.
Yeah.
Your man is in Chicago. Your man is in give me another one, Michigan somewhere. You done put him out, and he had to figure out a way to.
So these women today that does these type of things should be more humble than Ruth.
Thank you.
You should find a righteous man that will come and take away your reproach.
Right.
Because you got to discuss the reproach, but you're proud of it. You proud to say you got 4 or 5 baby daddies.
Right.
Exactly.
You know you're proud of it. You should be ashamed of it. You're proud of it.
If I may,
Go ahead, Warren.
To that point, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of women who go around saying things like, F my baby daddy.
Right.
So, such as Cardi B right now. Talking about F my baby daddy, right? But why is nobody being held accountable for not picking a good baby daddy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Ruth was like, well, shoot, I gotta preserve this bloodline. You know what I'm saying? This man who passed away, he gotta have a son. He ain't got no kid. I gotta preserve this bloodline. So she went and laid down at the feet of her brother and made him her new baby daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And would never, you know what I'm saying? And then made him her husband. We didn't get there yet.
But they performed that act right then and there.
Right.
She was just showing them how you call it? Go ahead.
Humility.
She was just act of kindness.
Right.
You know, but she did ask him to marry him. If you read on in the chapter, when she was at the feet, she's like, "Will you marry me?" You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Wait till I go to the next kinsman that's closer than me to ask him, do he want you first,
right,
before I marry you." I mean, that's what happened, and he didn't want him.
Right.
So then Boaz ended up marrying her. But that act of kindness, man, that was a good thing, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the reverse of roles today. Instead of a man getting on his knees with a ring, she'll her knees.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's how it's supposed to go.
That's how it's supposed to be, man. Yeah.
You on your knees saying yes, ma'am, but she's supposed to be on her knees saying yes, my Lord.
Yeah.
That's how they did it back then. That's my Lord.
Right.
Yeah, but now you on the ground and worshiping her. Oh, it's woman worship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get it from the oppressor.
Yeah.
We used to rape the daughters of Japheth in the lands of Europe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He had to give all of everything he had because he was kidnapping these daughters of Japheth.
Was it the Sabian?
The Sabian woman, yeah. And the fathers came and wanted to kill these damn Edomites. And the Edomites say, you know what? I'll give your daughter this and that, all that I have. You know, just don't kill me. You know, just like the devil do. We always offer you stuff.
Right.
Always trying to offer you his kingdom.
Yeah.
That's what the devil do.
So like you, sir, that's what they do today in this kingdom. You know, when they get behind the 8 ball, they want to give you everything. Rise you up.
That's what they do in sports. When you the best basketball player, football, they offer you their daughters. You go to their colleges and say, "Here's my daughter. You can have my daughter." These white girls come up and in your dorms where you brothers are at, you know, practicing or whatever. They go to the
That's blackmail though. That's blackmail.
No, I know, but they there.
And you better get the deal.
Ain't no Edomite saying you shouldn't be over there.
And he'll be proud to give you his daughter.
Right.
She's gonna be rich.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Come. Ruth 3:8. And it came to pass at midnight that the man was afraid and turned himself, and behold, a woman lay at his feet. Verse 9. And he said, Who art thou? And she answered, I am Ruth, thine handmaid. Spread therefore thy skirt over thine handmaid, for thou art a near kinsman.
Thou art who?
A near kinsman.
Kinsman means one's family, man. And if Ruth was a Moabite, why didn't she go find her a Moab man to go lay at his feet? Go ahead.
And that's Israelite law too. To find a near, it's not Moab, no Moabite now.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And he said, Blessed be thou of the Lord, my daughter.
My daughter. When you read in the book of Genesis, it says the daughters of men that the Israelites. Let's pull Genesis chapter 3, where it says the daughters of men with the they were the heathens' daughters. The daughters of men. All right? Pull that real quick. Where it says daughters of men. Real quick. In the book of Genesis, the Israelites went off with the daughters of men. Let me help you find it. Daughters of men.
It's
Genesis 6:2. Read that.
Genesis chapter 6, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
That the sons of God saw the daughters of men.
The daughters of men, and they what?
That they were fair.
See, the daughters, when it says the daughters of men, it's talking about the daughters of the heathen men, the daughters of the other nations. All right. Boaz said, what did he say? Over here, he said, where is it?
He said, Blessed be thou of the Lord, my daughter.
My daughter. He didn't say, Moabite, or he didn't say daughter of Moab. He said, my daughter. Okay. Give me Ruth chapter 1 and verse 1 real quick.
Ruth chapter 1 and 1. Now it came to pass in the days when the judges ruled that there were a famine in the land, and a certain man of Bethlehem, Judah, went to sojourn in the country of Moab.
All right. This brother, he rose up out of the land of Judah to escape the famine, him and his wife, man. And he went to sojourn where?
In the country of Moab.
In the country of Moab. Keep reading.
He and his wife and his 2 sons. Verse 2. And the name of the man was Elimelech, and the name of his wife, Naomi. Naomi.
The thing about Naomi Campbell. I don't know if we know about Naomi Campbell. Might be before his time.
Right. And the name of his 2 sons, Mahalan and Shalom.
Right.
Euphrates of Bethlehem, Judah.
You say you what again? Euphrates or
Euphrates?
What's it? Ephraimites.
Ephraimites.
Who know about? Okay, so I got a question to ask y'all. Ephraimites, right? So what does this mean right here? Read that again.
From the top.
Yeah, the Ephraimite part, like a little bit up. Ephraimites.
And the name of his 2 sons, Mahalan and Chilon, Ephraimites of Bethlehem, Judah.
What does this mean? Ephraimites of Bethlehem, Judah.
They descend from Ephraim. They descend from the land.
Huh?
They descend from the land of Ephraim.
No, what is this talking about? This was the old name of Bethlehem. That's the old name of Bethlehem. Before, when it was the land of Canaan, it was the Ephraite.
Right.
The land of Ephraite. Not Ephraite, but Ephraim, right?
I think Ephraite or something like that.
Something like that. But it was the Canaanite land.
Right.
All right. It was the old name of Bethlehem.
So it's like they're just calling you, you know, it's another way of saying Bethlehem, like you're from Bethlehem, correct?
No, it's the original name of Bethlehem.
It's the original name of
It's like okay, how you put it? It's the old name of it. It got changed to Bethlehem once we conquered it. Okay, that's it. Go ahead.
Give me verse 4 on that.
Ruth 1 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
And they took them wives of the women of Moab.
Of the woman of who?
Moab.
The woman of Moab.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't say daughters of Moab. It says the women of Moab.
All right.
It don't say daughters of Moab. It just says the wives of Moab, the women, meaning the women that were in the land. It doesn't say she was a daughter of Moab, like it says daughters of men in Genesis chapter 6. It don't say that. She was just a woman living in that land. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So what you're saying is it's just Israelite living in Moab.
Yes.
Yeah, and at that time you had the tribe of Reuben in that land.
Right. You got to understand the Amorites took the land from Moab, and then we took the land from the Amorites.
And it had got us a guaranteed spot in the land of Moab.
So if you want to say Ruth was a Moabite, you would have to. It doesn't make sense because we took it from the Amorites. The Amorites took it from Moab. So Ruth would have to be, in technically Ruth would. If you say she a Moabite, she would have to have been Amorite, because the Amorites took it from the Moabites. Go ahead, you could drop that and give me. Let's go back to where we was at.
Ruth chapter 3 verse 10. And he said, Blessed be thou of the Lord, my daughter, for thou hast shewed more kindness in the latter end than at the beginning, inasmuch as thou followest not young men, whether poor or rich.
That's what you was bringing out earlier, some of y'all. Go ahead.
Read that again.
Come. Verse 10 from the top. And he said, Blessed be thou of the Lord, my daughter, for thou hast shewed more kindness in the latter end than at the beginning, inasmuch as thou followest not young men, whether poor or rich. Verse 11. And now, my daughter, fear not, I will do to thee all that thou requirest, for all the city of my people doth know that thou art a virtuous woman.
Skillful woman. All right. So that's it for this one. We're gonna call up the next trooper. Come up, troop, and state your registry. Good job. Good job. Hold on. State your registry, Hebrew.
Trooper Kayala Yash Ban Banyanyam Banya Shala.
Trooper Kayal. You said Trooper Kayal.
Yeah.
Ayash?
Yes.
Shubakaya, Ayash, Ban Banyanya, Ban Yashal.
Y'all by Shim Yao Shab Rakatum.
I thought you was Judah, man. I thought you was Yahweh.
That's head tough.
This way. Let's get you together.
YAHANNA.
All right, so let's continue in the book of Ruth, chapter 3 and verse 12. We're going to continue reading the Hebrew. All right. Some on Ruth, man.
On Khan. Ruth 3, verse 12 in the Holy Tongue. I.S.U.P.K. Amar Num Zam Kaya Ga Allah Na Kaya Wa Gum Yah Yash Ga Allah Kwa Ra Wa Ka Wa Ka Kwa Ra Wa Ba Ma Naya. Verse 13. Laya Naya. Ha la ya laha. Waha yaha. Ba kwa. Baba kwa. Ya ga lak. Ta wa. Ya ga Allah. Wa la. Ya pa taza. La ga lak. Wa ga Allah ta ya. Na khaya. Khaya. Yahweh. Shaka baya. I. Ha. Ga kwa. Verse 14. Wa tha sha ka. Ma ra ga la tawa. I. Ha. Bakwar. Wa the kwam. Verse 14, coming down from the top. Wa the kwam. Ba ta ra kwam wam. Ya ka ya. Ashar. Ayash.
That's man.
Ayash. Ra. I. Hawa. Wa ya. Amar. Al. Ya. Wad. I. Kaya. Ba. Ha. Ha. Aisha. Ha. Gar.
Aisha is one.
Hagaran.
Aisha is one. Go ahead.
Hagaran. 15. Waya Amar.
Stopping at 18.
Waya Amar. Ha Gaya. Ha Ma Ta Pa Kaf. Aishar. Ayla Yak. Wa Za Ya. Ba. Wa fa I Khaza. Waha. Wa ya Mar.
Where you at?
Shasha. I'm at the bottom of 15.
All right, go ahead.
Shasha, Sha, Yam, Wa Yash, Tha, La Ya, Wa Ya, Fa, Ha, Yar. Verse 16. Wa Tha, Ba Wa, Ao, Kha, Ma Wath. Wath.
What the bar?
Wa Tha Ba Wa, Ao, Kha, Mar, Wa Tha, Ha, Wa Tha, Amar, Wa Tha Amar. Ya, Ath, Ba Thaya, Wa Tha, God, Laha, Ath, Kal, Ashar, Aisha, Laha, Yash. Verse 17. Wa Tha Amar, Shasha, Shai, Ra Yam, Laha, Hashala.
No, you got it.
Ka, Sa, Tha, Sadak, La Ya, Kaya, Amar, Al, Tha,
Let's call. Wait, hold on.
Call.
Wait. That's all.
Al, Tha, Ra, Wa, Ya, Ra, Ya, Shum, Al, Kha, Ma, Wath, Wathak. Verse 18. Wa Tha Amar, Shabai, Ba Thaya, Ai, Ashar, Tha, Da, Yak, Ayak, Ka, Ya, Kwa, La, Da, the bar, Kaya, La, Ya, Shakwat, La, Shakwat, Ha, Yash.
It's like that. I want to add one thing, man. For y'all younger brothers, if y'all was to learn numbers from 1 to 10, it help you a lot when you read this Hebrew. I promise you that.
You said the what?
If you learn the numbers from 1 to 10 in the Hebrew, it help you a lot reading this Hebrew. Learn from 1 to 10. Akkad, Shanya, Shalash. Just remember them in your head, you know, when you learn it. And when you get up here and read this Hebrew.
You said the numbers chapter 1?
No. I said you learn the numbers.
Oh.
Yeah. If you learn the numbers in Hebrew, you will be able to read this Hebrew more better. Yeah, so go ahead.
Khan, sir. What? Kaya, Call, Ha, Had, Bar, Ha, yeah, Wum.
Where you at?
That's the end of 18. That was it.
That's
last
it?
one, right?
That's it for 18?
Yes.
Give it up. I'll give it to me in English. That's the language.
1, 8 to 14.
12.
Ruth 3 verse 12. And now it is true that I'm thy near kinsman.
Ruth said, it is true that I am thy family. This ain't false because I ain't no Chinese. I'm an Israelite, so it's true. All right, go ahead.
Howbeit, there is a kinsman nearer than I.
Good night. And that's all family, all blood related.
And he doing about ranking order. Because I don't think what's name Elimelech. I don't think he had a brother around, but he had cousins and stuff.
Right.
You know, nearest of kin. And they came to Boaz, being the nearest of kin. He might have been the second cousin, third cousin. Who knows?
Yeah.
He like, hey man, you got a first cousin.
Right.
So he in front of me. You know what I mean, so I gotta respect the game. I gotta respect how it's laid out. And I gotta go to him before I marry you or do something for you. It's his responsibility first. Ranking order is all through the Bible. Ranking order.
Right. And when we took the land from the Amorites, man, we was keeping the laws in the land of Moab. So Ruth knew the law. She was following the law. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And she was married to a Judite.
Right, to a Judite.
Before she even got married to she's a widow.
Right.
She was already married to an Israelite. Now she going to another Israelite.
Right.
I don't think Israelites could be passing around a Moabite.
No.
To the community. They were trying to purge that Moabite out because it's a law, do not let a Moabite or an Ammonite into the congregation.
Exactly.
That's law.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Khan, verse 13. Tarry this night, and it shall be in the morning that if he will perform unto thee the part of a kinsman, well.
So can I mention something as well?
Go ahead, Hebrew.
That's a good point. That was something Young brought up, right? That's the law that we're not allowed to let any Moabites in the kingdom, to serve our God.
Right.
If you go back to chapter 1, it tells you that Ruth wanted to come and serve our God. You know what I'm saying? So if she came to serve our God, that means that they're serving our God. If our God said, don't bring any Moabites up in here, then they would be breaking the law.
Right.
Okay. You right. Okay. But you always want to remember, because you don't know when you say God, right? You understand it's the S at the end of it. When she say, go to it. Yeah. See, these fake Israelites, they try to use that. They'll say, you see, she said she want to serve your gods. So that means she had her own gods over there in the land of Moab. See, they're trying to get you with that. But this is how you'll crush them every time. I'm gonna show you how to crush them when they come to you with that, because that's their so-called power blow. It's a secret weapon when they come out with a root. So I'm gonna show you how to crush them with that, because they don't know about this.
And we only got one God.
But they said gods. But you might think it said God, but when you read it, it's a lowercase g, gods. The Bible says we are gods, but we must die as mortals. Maybe die as men. Okay, but you got that what it says gods.
While he pulls that,
yeah.
While Thamayam crushed you fake Israelites with this one, somebody pulled Deuteronomy 6:4. Somebody hold Deuteronomy 6:4. Where it says gods.
13.
Look, I'm gonna get it for you, Warren.
You gonna get
it? What did you say?
Pull Deuteronomy 6:4.
You said Deuteronomy 6:4.
Come on, just hold that. I mean, Thamayam is absolutely right. You understand? It says gods with plural. You understand? Like, we don't have gods. We have one God. All right? That's the most high power. Shema Yasha Allah Yahweh Allah Hayanawa Yahweh Akkad. We have one God. All right? I can find it.
No, you do around 6:4 for him, right?
Yeah, you keep reading, and Thamayam looking for it.
Khan.
Okay.
You got it, Thamayam?
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead. What is it?
Get Ruth 1:15.
Ruth 1:15.
And that is you get so I'll give you 1 minute.
Ruth 1:15. Okay. You got it?
1 minute, Lord.
Hold on, let's wait 1 second.
No, you read it.
Go ahead.
I won't get it.
Ruth 1, verse 15. And she said, behold, thy sister-in-law is gone back unto her people and unto her gods.
Who?
Unto her gods.
Spell that.
Gods, lowercase.
Okay, I just saw you get Exodus chapter 22, verse 28.
Exodus chapter 22, Verse 28.
Before you read that again.
Verse 15. And she said, behold, thy sister-in-law is gone back unto her people and unto her gods. Lowercase.
Unto her gods. Okay.
Come up here, y'all, so you can read it. Stand like right here, so they can hear.
But that's not the one I'm looking for, Salaki. But it's a one in the book of Ruth where it says, I'm gonna go serve your gods. Okay, we know that Israel don't have gods.
Right.
You got one God. Yep. So what is she talking about? Go ahead.
That's verse 17.
Verse 17? Oh, yeah, read 17.
Ruth 1, verse 17.
Oh, I'm sorry, 27.
27.
Hold on, where were you just at? What you just
Ruth
1:14.
Yeah, it should be at 17.
Let's get that, man. Let's crush
Ruth
all
1,
this.
verse 17. Where thou didst will I die, and there will I be buried. The power do so to me, and more also, if aught but death part thee and me. Verse 18. When she saw that she was steadfastly minded to go with her, then she left speaking unto her. Verse 19. So they two went.
No, see, what I need is 15. Go to 15 slightly.
Verse 15. And she said, behold, thy sister-in-law is gone back unto her people and unto her gods. Return thou after thy sister-in-law.
Okay, now read that what you got with that.
60. Exodus chapter 22, verse 23, you said?
Yeah.
22 and 23. Israel shall afflict them.
You the right one?
Let's see. It's like you said 21 and 23, 22 and 23.
Okay, 22 and 28.
22 and 28. The book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 28. Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the ruler of thy people.
Okay, this is a law. It says, thou shalt not revile the gods. What does revile mean?
To like honor them.
No, thou shalt not revile the gods. That's not honor.
No, okay, so.
Let's look up revile. Nor curse the ruler of thy people.
So like.
Go ahead.
To verbally abuse.
That's right. Talk bad about the gods. So what is talking about there? Go ahead. Yeah, the men above you. Don't talk bad about them. Nor curse the ruler of thy people. Don't say, I hope this happened to them. I hope that happened to them. I mean, don't talk. That's a law. Don't talk bad about it. All right. Go ahead. Okay, we're done with that. But she was going to follow. Instead of being under the men above her in Moab, she's going to Bethlehem and be under the men above them over there. Okay, that's it. But go ahead.
It's like, I was talking about 16. We were born in 16.
No, we done with that. I don't want to be long with it.
Because the point I was making was that she wanted to come. She said, and let thy God be my God.
Yeah, that's
what I was referring to about the one God, big G.
Nah, she wasn't talking about that neither. Because she still served the same God when she was in Moab. Remember, I'm telling you, she was in Atlanta Reuben. She was talking about the powers. She was not okay, this is what she's saying, right? She said, so what God she was serving before them? She was saying
she was serving others, like,
her rulers. Not for sure.
The guys, the little
who's the rulers over there though? In her land?
I don't know exactly. Like
the Reubenites. He just said that earlier. That's what I was trying to get you to see.
But in 16 it says, I'm gonna serve your God.
Yeah.
Big G.
Your God.
Singular.
Your God.
And that's why my point was like,
She didn't serve the Moabite God. The Moabites wasn't even there.
Right. So my point was that she came to serve the Most High God when she was in there when she was in Bethlehem. So that means
go ahead.
So that means that they were serving the Most High God, and the Most High God said not to allow a Moabite into your congregation.
Right.
So they will be breaking the law against their God that they served if she was a Moabite by blood.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Most High Christ. But I was just trying to show you that a fake Israelite, or show everybody in the class that a fake Israelites go to that scripture to prove, to try to say Ruth is a Moabite. That's what they try to do. That's why it's so important you bring it out like that, because they're gonna go straight up. They call it a secret weapon, the atomic bomb on you. But go ahead.
You had something true?
Oh, nah, I'm gonna ask a question, but I gotta answer. You already answered.
What was the question?
I was gonna ask, was the powers Israelites?
Somebody.
Oh, okay, yeah. Come on. That was the powers that be, yeah.
I like it.
All right, go ahead.
But I caught off.
Ruth 3, verse 13 from the top.
All right.
Tarry this night, and it shall be in the morning that if he will perform unto thee the part of a kinsman well, let him do the kinsman part.
The part of a kinsman. You know what I'm saying? The law was given to Israel. The law was not given to Moab and these heathen nations. So when he said the part of a kinsman, he's talking about the law. He's not talking about anything else. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about the law. Your part of a kinsman. That's in the law. Read.
To thee, then will I do the part of a kinsman to thee.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
As the power of Levites. Leave it as the Lord leave it. Live it.
What scripture you at?
Verse 13.
Go ahead, read.
At the bottom. Lie down until the morning. Verse 14. And she lay at his feet until the morning, and she rose up before one could know another.
That means they didn't have, I don't want to say it but they didn't know each other. They didn't have intercourse. I want to keep it PG for YouTube don't shut it down. Go ahead.
And he said, let it not be known that a woman came into the floor. 15. Also he said, bring the veil that thou hast upon thee and hold it. And then she held it. He measured 6 measures of barley.
Go ahead.
And laid it on her. And she went into the city.
6 measures of barley is 21 liters. All right. So he gave her 21 liters of wheat. Okay. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And when she came to her mother-in-law, she said, who art thou? My daughter? And she told her all that the man had done to her. Verse 17. And she said, these 6 measures of barley gave he me, for he said to me, go not empty unto thy mother-in-law. Verse 18. Then said she, sit still, my daughter, until thou know how the matter will fall. For the man will not be in rest until he have finished the things this day. That's it, sir.
Right. That's why Boaz gave her the wheat, the 21 liters, the six measures of barley, to let the mother know, to let Naomi know, look, I'm finna handle this. This what she said earlier, the kinsman part, this is gonna be taken care of. No sweat, don't worry about it. That's why he did that. All right, go ahead, keep reading.
I think that's it, sir. That's the end
of
verse
it.
18.
All right, we're gonna call up the next priest. All right. Go ahead and present yourself, priest.
Isupk, Bambayamyan, Banyashala.
Isupk, Banyashala.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Sharp Thumb.
Good job, Ward.
Good job.
It's a tall cup.
You gotta be nice. Love y'all, Shalom.
Brother,
All right, so we in the is there a chapter? Okay, Ruth chapter 4 and verse 1. All right.
All right, Book of Ruth, chapter 4, verse 1. Waba Aiza, Ayla, Hashaira, Waya Shaba, Sham, YAHANNA, Ha Gaal, Ibar, Ashar, Dabar, Baiza, Waya Amar, Sawarha, Shaba, Paha, Palanya, Alamnaya, Waya Sar, Waya Shab, verse 2, Waya Kwakha, or Waya Kwak, Aishara, Anashim, Ma Zakwanya, Ha Ayar, Waya Amar, Shabwa, Paha, Waya Shabwa, verse 3, Waya Amar, La Gaal, Kha Lakwah, Ha Shada, Ashar, La Akha, La Ach Yanawa, La Allah, La Allah Yamalak, Ma Kara, Naimya, Ha Shabbat.
the Hebrew name for Naomi.
Yep, Naimya.
Keep that name for somebody.
Right. Ha Shabbat, Ma Shada, Ma Wa'aba, verse 4, Wa Anya, Amarakya, Agalha, Azanak, La Amar, Kona, Nagad, Ha Yashabya, Wana Gada, Wana Nagad, Za Kwanya, Aimya, that's the Gaal, Wa La'a, Yagaal, Haga Yada, Laya, Wa Adai, Kaya Ayan, Za Walach, Za Walach, Za Walatak, Laga Wa Anakya, Acharyaka, Waya Amar, Anakya, Agaal. It sounds like Ugly Salaki. Verse 5. Waya Amar, Baiza, Ba Yawam, Kwana Waf, Ka, Ha Shada, Mayada, Mayad, Naimya.
Is that Boaz or Boaza? But that's Boaz.
I'm not sure if it's
Boaz. Would it be Boaz?
I can check real quick.
But can't check.
That may be Boaz.
Boaz.
Yeah, Boaz.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, this pronunciation of Boaz, shit, Boaz.
Okay. Go ahead.
Baya Wam. Wait, I'm starting back over there. Wa Ma'ath. What?
I
was at Mayad, right?
Yeah, you're in verse 5.
Yeah, that's in verse 5.
Yeah, you go ahead. You was right the first time when you said by your wom. You was right there.
By your wom, when the wath ka ha shada mayad na'imya wa ma'at rawath ha mawa Abia, Ashath ha Math, Konayafya, La ha Kwayam, Sham ha Math, Al Nakal Nakalakwa, verse 6, Wayamar ha Gaal La'a Wakal La Ga.
Where you started from?
I started 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we started from 1. We're going through 7.
Okay.
Waga Awal, Laya, Pun, Ashakyath, Ashakyath, Nakalathia, Gaal, Laka, Atha, Ath, Galathia, Kaya, La'a, Awakal, La Gaal, verse 7, was Ath, La Lapanyam, Ma Yasha'ala, Salaki, Ba Yasha'ala, Al, Haga Awal, Ha, Wa'al, Ha Tamwa, Raha, was that Ra? Is that Ra? Raha or Ra? Huh? Maybe that's one word. You know, this.
No, you had.
I'm at verse 7 in the middle. Ha, Thum, Wa, Ra.
Ra.
Okay, it's connected. See, on this, it's not connected.
Oh, okay.
Skip down. I got bigger letters. Raha, y'all know I got glasses.
You know the blue letter Bible?
It's the blue letter Bible.
Oh, the black.
Black letter Bible. La Koyam, Call, Dabar, Salaki, the water. Salak, Ayash, Na'alwa, Wa Nathan, La Ra'ayhawa, Wa Za'af, Ha, Da'i wa Ra, Salaki, Wa Da, the Ha, Da'i wa Da, Ba Yasha'ala.
That's it. Give it up. Boy, it's flying through the Hebrew. Boy, can't even keep up with him. Go ahead, give it to me.
Tune in every Friday.
Bastard.
That's one for that class.
And then you heard the man. Tune in to that Friday class, man. If you want to fly through the Hebrew.
Be there, be square.
You already know, man. Go ahead.
The book of Ruth, chapter 4, verse 1, in the bastard tongue. Then went Boaz up to the gate and sat him down there. And behold, the kinsman of whom Boaz spake came by.
Everything kinsman. The family, my brother. Go ahead.
No strange woman.
I'm talking to my brother about a sister, man. What's good? She trying to keep the law of the, you know.
It's like right now, I'm going to my black brother about this Pocahontas I got over here.
Right. What you want to do?
Now she from the tribe of Reuben or Gad. I won't say the tribe she was from, but I know she would be today a so-called Indian. Right. I got this Pocahontas over here.
She damn sure wasn't a Moabite because ain't nobody fighting over no Moabite, man.
Like,
I don't know what no squid eater.
If a brother or sister have a particular interest in the brother or sister,
go
to the head to court.
Right.
Hey, I'm not fighting over no damn Chinese woman. No big head, little body,
looking flat face.
Can't even see when they driving.
Right.
Yeah. I swear they're the slowest drivers.
We gonna get down.
Let's stop. Man.
And they'll know who Moab is.
No, they don't. That's a good point. That's a good point. They don't know who Moab is.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't watch the whole class. Go ahead.
Good. That is a good point. That's why I love Hebrew, boy. Mawa'aba. Flat face, Mawa'aba. Who is that? Who am I talking about? You don't know. Anyway, so unto whom he said, "Ho."
And I'll tell you one more thing though. And I'm pretty sure us Israelites, we ain't trying to have our babies coming out looking funny.
Right.
Because if you understand why did the Lord say he don't want a Moabite and an Ammonite into the congregation?
Right.
Think about it. Why? Where did they come from?
Right.
How was they created?
Right.
God said forever. The Most High said forever.
Right.
And why not?
Because the incest.
That's right. So you mean to tell me this woman, Ruth, that's a part of the lineage of Christ, you mean to tell me Christ got some retardation a part of his lineage? Because that's retardation. That's incest, man. Yeah.
They would call it today is Mongolism.
Yeah, Mongolism. It's retardation of Down syndrome.
Yes.
The little eyes you see, the little beady eyes,
Yes.
that's Down syndrome.
The what? Salaki.
You ever see do the heels have eyes? The wrong turn. My bad, go ahead.
No. If I could.
Yeah.
Think about it. This is 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 8,000 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And this is written when that happened with Lot's children. And that gene is here today in 2023. The reason why they call them Mongoloids is because the reason why they associate so-called Down syndrome with Mongolism is because it comes from the Mongoloids. They call the Moabites of today Mongoloids.
Right.
Look
what they do. They do retarded stuff. They try to put vegetables and soy sauce on everything. They'll put it on feces and say it's good.
Right. And one thing you gotta understand, though. One thing you gotta understand. We took the land during the time of Moses. We in the land of Moab, which is the Amorites. You know what I'm saying?
And Moses died. Listen, Moses died.
Moses died
in that part.
And
he was buried in that part where Ruth on from.
And right, we took the land. You know what I'm saying? But the children of Israel still looked at the land as being the territory, the country of Moab, because they recognized the children of Lot. That's why Ruth understood the law of next to kin. That's why she understood it. Go ahead.
Also, you got a lot of parts of Israel that was called Canaan.
Yeah,
right.
You belong to the Canaanites.
Right. That's the Amorites were Hamites. And when we settled in that land, we was keeping the law, statutes, and the commandments. So when Ruth came up on the scene hundreds of years later, the laws already established. That's why she went to Boaz, which was next to kin.
That's why they got a law saying what we call it, sojourner law, right, for Israelites that be far away. Why? Because all of them was in one spot. They were spread it out. Y'all get this land over here. Y'all get this land over here. Moses divided the land between the 12 tribes. And you got to remember the 12 tribes wasn't together at this time either. King David brought the 12 tribes together. This was before King David. So around this time, you got now what's the name? Ruth people, you know, and Naomi people or the Boaz people. They're not together. So they're like, okay, I'm gonna join your people because we wasn't united as a kingdom.
Right, and that's what you see. What we're reading right now.
Yeah.
Boaz went to his next to kin, his closest kin, to marry the sister to raise up seed.
Right. You know, the only reason why he was doing that because Naomi, what's the name? Ruth was married to Naomi's son.
Naomi's son. That was her daughter-in-law. And that's what's going on here. It's family business.
That's right.
It ain't got nothing to do with no heathen, man. This is family business, is what you see going on in the book of Ruth. If you don't understand the law, then you will not understand the book of Ruth. You will not understand why and what's going on. That's why this is a law. And this is why Ruth has a book in the Bible. God ain't gonna put no heathen woman in the Bible as a whole book. This was a law. And that's why when you read it, you see kinsman, kinsman, next to kin. It's telling you family business.
Yeah, I figure Israelites want this to be somebody messing with the heathen so they can mess with heathens.
So y'all can mess with the heathens.
Yeah, that's all about. That's all it's about. That's the spirit behind it.
Right. Go ahead, Hebrew. Keep reading that.
All right. Verse 2. Verse 1. So like,
Go ahead.
The book of Ruth, chapter 4, verse 1 in the middle.
Got it? Yeah. Ruth 1, it says, then went Boaz. I just saw it. Then went Boaz.
Then went Boaz up to the gate and sat him down there.
Right.
And behold, the kinsman of whom Boaz spake came by, unto whom he said, Ho, such a one. Turn aside, sit down here. and he turned aside and sat down.
Mm-hmm.
And he took 10 men. So, like, if I could, just real quick, I wanted to point out that word "hold," which means stop or halt.
Right.
If I may, you know
Come.
what I'm saying? Because like they say that, like, you ever seen somebody riding a horse?
Right.
And they tell the horse, hold.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's like stop. The old English.
Damn right. Give it up.
It's not talking about the woman that you're about to go and see on the street.
Right. Not talking about hoe.
Yeah.
They ain't talking about hoe. Go ahead.
Come. Oh, such a one turned aside, sit down here, and he turned aside.
Fake Israelites will read this and say, "Hold up, boys, who is this hoe you talking about?" Nah, that's what I'm talking about.
You see, we can marry hoes.
Let's marry hoes. Chinese hoes. Go ahead, bro.
Come. So like it. Verse 2, and he took 10 men of the elders of the city and said, sit ye down here. And they sat down. Verse 3, and he said unto the kinsman, Naomi, this is come again out of the country of Moab.
That is come again out of the country of Moab. Go ahead.
Selleth a parcel of land, which was our brother Elimelech.
He's talking about family business. Talking about business here. You understand? Like, you know what I'm saying? What we're going to do with this land? Who we're going to raise up to hold this land, to keep this land going? You see what I'm saying? It's family business. The law. Go ahead. Come,
verse 4. And I thought to advertise thee, saying, buy it before the inhabitants and before the elders of my people. If thou wilt redeem it, redeem it. But if thou wilt not redeem it, then tell me, that I may know. For there is none to redeem it beside thee, and I am after thee.
See, rank in order. Rank in order. He stepped to the brother. He said, man, you know what I'm saying? What you want to do, man? You know what I'm saying? Because we got to handle this. We got to do it right. So I'm stepping to you about this, man. Do you want the sister, or do I have to do it? Keep going.
If I could. That's the spirit that every brother should carry on them. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to women. Don't be greedy for women. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so unbrotherly about a woman. A woman can cause strife between men. It can cause two brothers to completely fall out.
A woman has always caused strife and is still causing strife between brothers to this day. Because brothers is killing each other over women, man.
Right.
You understand? Like, if that woman sleeps with another brother, man, she committed adultery on you, let her go.
Right.
Don't kill your brother over her, man. She was a hoe anyway.
Right.
Let her go.
Right.
Don't kill your brother over some woman that commits adultery on you, man. What sense does that make, man? You gonna kill your brother and then you're gonna go back and try to get her?
Right.
She don't want to stay.
Right.
Let her go, man. Go ahead.
JT said,
Shalom, sis. How you doing?
Verse 5. Then said Boaz, what day thou buyest the field of the hand of Naomi?
Read.
Thou must buy it also of Ruth, the Moabitess, the wife of the dead, to raise up the name of the dead.
So when this okay, he has a brother, right?
Yeah, he talking to the brother.
There's a kinsman, right? And there's a kinsman. He said, when you buy the field from if you want to buy the field from Naomi, you also got to take Ruth to be your wife.
It's family business.
Yeah, but
he let him know.
Go ahead.
He let him know you can't just take the land, brother. You got to fulfill the law.
Yeah, you got to take care of the woman
too.
Take
care of the woman too.
Yeah. So and he wouldn't mind taking that land. Don't get it twisted. He wanted that land, but he ain't going to have the responsibility, which was that woman.
And that's why Boaz had to come at him like that.
Yeah, Boaz, he was smart.
And that's like what you said. We just read it, the rank in order. Just read that rank in order. Boaz stepped into this brother because he said, "You over me. You before me."
No, he close to the kin.
Close to the kin, right?
Yeah,
he like what you said, the first cousin or exactly.
It's like in a will, you know. We a lot of the stuff we practice today come out the Bible. Insurance, you know. I'll give you some more. You know, the judicial system, the court system. A lot of the ways it comes from the Bible, man.
Right.
So so the laws of God is perfect, man. It's amazing.
It's like
no flaw.
I was told that the word lawyer actually comes from the word lawyer.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
It does. That's the truth.
Lucky, sir, the judicial system.
Yeah, Jew.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, hey, we are the salt of the earth.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Verse 5.
Mhm.
Then said Boaz, what day thou buyest the field of the hand of Naomi, thou must buy it also of Ruth the Moabitess.
Mhm.
The
Wife-
Moabites.
Mhm.
First it was Moab, now it's the Moabites.
Right.
All right. Just like today we get called African American.
Mhm.
But we ain't American. And that's what being African, you know.
Right.
We just whatever they call us.
Right.
First we was colored.
Mhm.
What else? Give us some more.
Negro.
How many times they changed our names, man?
Afro Negro.
Yeah, Afro. Know what I mean?
Hairstyle, then was the
But-
color, black.
1985,
Right.
Jesse Jackson.
Yep.
See, we African American. We two people.
Now with 2 continents.
Yeah, 2 continents. God damn, who came up with the term continents?
Right.
It was Denzel, was the white man one. I mean, my bad. I gotta stop saying white man.
Like-
The colonizer, slave master. It was them. The
Right.
builder.
Like how many times we gonna change our names, man?
I mean, how many times they gonna change our name?
How many times they gonna change our name? And you gonna just
Yeah.
eat it all up.
Toby.
You know what I'm saying? They tell you you're African American. Don't sweat. I'm African American. Power to the people.
It's a new one. It's a new one they came up with. It's like some type of, they name you after your DNA. Like they got a certain type of DNA, so they named them that.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got oh man, I be forgetting these terms, but it's like
Whatever term it is, I know it's with the alphabet people. It's not. Well, everything they come out with is fruity.
Right.
Make sure they go to the fruity side. Yeah, go ahead.
new national migrant, something like
Good,
it's
nice.
just like they whatever, anything but Israel.
Your God given name.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't gonna give you that. The Jewish man paid them real good not to give you that.
Right.
All right, but go ahead.
Verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
And the kinsman said, I cannot redeem. So like I skipped some, my bad. The wife of the dead to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance.
You see, he said, I cannot redeem the wife of the dead to what?
Mm-hmm.
And the kinsman said, I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I mar my own inheritance. Redeem thou my right to thyself, for I cannot redeem it.
It's a headache now.
Yeah.
It was just the land and wasn't nobody there.
It won't be no sweat.
They like, come on, let's do it.
Do it.
Right.
Go ahead.
And if I may, like, correct me if I'm wrong, he realized that having a child with this woman means that he doesn't get to name his firstborn son his son.
Mm-hmm.
He has to name that son after
Right.
Elimelech.
They're redeeming somebody else's house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, get this, man. I'm good. You got it.
You got it, brother.
You got it, brother.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's Elimelech's son. You know what I'm saying? This is, and so now taking on that land, whatever land he got, it really belonged to Elimelech,
Elimelech.
not him.
Yeah.
That's right. Go ahead. Let's read for the time's sake.
Verse 7. Now this was the manner in former time in Israel.
This was what?
The manner in former time in Israel.
It's telling you, man. This is the law.
Mm-hmm.
The law of kinsmen. Go ahead.
Concerning redeeming and concerning changing.
One more thing, man. So y'all understand the law of kinsmen. Hey, y'all ever heard of the year of Jubilee?
Mm-hmm.
What's the year of Jubilee about?
It's like every 50 years you get a land arrest.
That's right. No. Not get a land arrest.
Give
You give people a chance to buy their stuff back.
Right. That's
Give me Leviticus 25.
Yeah, you give people a chance to buy their stuff back every 50 years. But the law of kinsmen, that's kind of too long to wait.
50 years.
You know what I'm saying? So the law of kinsmen come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
It give you a chance to buy your stuff back before the 50 years, man. Because, I mean, you might not make it to see 50. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, you'll never know, man. But it's a long time to wait.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But your kinsmen could come back, somebody, your close relative, whatever. You know, they can come back and buy your stuff back, man.
Right.
So go ahead, now.
No, I was telling them, go ahead and give me Leviticus 25.
You want to keep reading until you find it?
Keep reading.
Verse 7. Now this was the manner of former time in Israel concerning redeeming and concerning changing. For to confirm all things, a man plucked off his shoe and gave it to his neighbor. And this was a testing, and this was a testimony in Israel. That's it.
This was a testimony in Israel, right?
Right.
We're gonna give it to you right now. Where is it?
Leviticus 20.
25 and what? Leviticus. I'm trying to find it right now.
Like what is it?
I want to find it. I mean, keep reading. We Hebrew, so we'll be long.
Yeah.
The law of
The
Kismet.
law of Kismet.
But anybody else coming up anyway, right?
Right.
All right. So yeah. So who in the Hebrew next? Me and you.
You can go ahead. Young.
Yeah, man. Do you like it?
Mm.
All right. Where we at now?
The book of Ruth, chapter 4, verse 8.
In the Hebrew?
Yes.
Come.
All right. 1 minute. All right. Ruth, chapter 4, verse 8 in the Hebrew. YAHANNA, Ha-Ga'al, La, Ba'aiza, Grenad, Lakad, YAHANNA.
Hold on, Young, real quick. Go ahead and read that for me.
All right.
Read it for me, Truth.
Leviticus chapter 25, verse 25.
This is what he's about to read is what we just read in that last verse. All right, when it said this was the manner in Israel. Go ahead.
If thy brother.
If thy who?
Brother.
If thy brother, read.
Be waxing poor. And have sold away some of his possessions. And if any of his kin come to redeem him, then shall he redeem that which his brother sold. Verse 26. And if the man have none to redeem it, and himself be able to redeem it.
Is that it?
That might not be it. I don't know. That might not be it.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. 25 and 25.
Is it when is it when somebody slapped the brother for not taking her?
Yeah, it's the law of redeem.
We'll find it.
We'll find it. We're gonna keep on going.
All right. Well, I left off at verse 8, right? YAHANNA, Ha-Ga'al, La Ba'aiza, Grenad, Lakad, YAHANNA, Na Iowa. Verse 9. YAHANNA, Ba'aiza, La Zekwanayum, Wakal, Ha'ain, Aidayum, Atham, Hayawam, Kaya, Kwanayayum. Call Ashar La'al Yamalak wa call Ashar La'al Ya1 wa Mak Lawan wa Yad Na Imaya. Verse 10. Wagam Rawah Ha Ma'abya Ashar Ma Kalawak. I mean Wa Kala 1. Kunayafya La La Asha La Kwa Yamam. Looks like La Ka Koyam. Sham Hama La Ha Koyam. Sham Hamav Io Nakal Fawa Wala Yakoraf Sham Hamaf Ma'ain Akayawam Wa Ma Sha'ayr Miwa Ma Sha'ayr Ma Kwa Wamarwa I Yum Atham Ha Yawam. Verse 11. Wa Ya Armawa Wa Ya Arwa. It's got to be Wa Ya Amarwa. Ka Ha'ain Aishar By Aishar Ha Zak Nayam I Yum Yatham Yahweh Af Ha Sha'ah Ha Ba'a Al Bayathak Ka Wakal Wakal Ashar Banwa, Chef Yaham, Af Baya, Yasha Allah, I.S.U.P.K, I.S.U.P.K, Hayal, Ba Apar Sa, Wakwa Sham, Baba Yaf, Lakam, verse 12, Yahaya, Ba Yathak, Ka Bayaf, Pa was Taza, Aishar, Ya Da, Damar, La Yahawah Man, Ha Zarai, Aishar, Ya Thun, Yahawah, Lak, Milaka, Man, Ha Na'ira, Ha Za'af, verse 13, Wayakwaka, Ba Aiza, Rawas, Waf will be Watha, Wathaya, Lawa, La Aisha, Wa Yaba'a, Al Ya, Wa Yathan, Yahawah, La'a, Milaha, Ha Raya 1, Wathalak, Ban, verse 14, Waf Amarna, Ha Nishadum, Al Na'i Maya, Bar Wak, Yahawah, Aisha, La'a, Ha Shabiyah, Laka, Ga'al, Ha Yawam, Wayakora'a, Shamwa, Ba Yasha'al. Verse 15.
That's it.
All right.
That's how you go through the Hebrew, boy. All right, the book of Ruth, chapter 4, verse 8. Therefore the kinsman said unto Boaz, buy it for thee. So he drew off his shoes, and Boaz said unto the elders and unto all the people.
You know what scripture we in?
Verse 9.
Verse 9.
So look, if I could, you know what I'm saying? You know that law is if you don't take that woman, you know what I'm saying, to wed, basically, you know what I'm saying? If you don't lay with that woman who's a widow, and you the next of kin, you gotta take off your shoe and walk around without no shoe, like an old weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody looking at you like, look at this Negro with his shoe off. You know what I'm saying? Look at this man walking around, got one shoe on. You know what I'm saying? Because that to show shame, like, you know, you didn't do the honor of a kinsman.
Yeah, so he said he got the scripture.
He got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 5. If brethren dwell together, and one of them died.
If one of them who?
Died.
Go ahead.
And had no child.
And have no child. If one of your brothers, if go ahead.
Concord, the wife of the dead.
The wife of the dead, which would be Ruth. All right.
That'd be Naomi.
So like it. Naomi. Read.
Shall not marry without until a stranger.
Okay, but not in Naomi case, right? Her children didn't die. But her children, she wasn't without children. Her 2 kids died.
2 kids, yeah. She had 2 sons.
Right.
And they died.
And her husband died too.
Her husband died, and one of those sons was Ruth's husband.
Right.
You see? Keep going.
Her husband brother shall go in unto her and take her to him to wife, and perform the duty of a husband's brother unto her. Verse 6.
And that came along with the problem. You got to redeem this man. I mean, make sure this man's name lives.
That's what you're reading in the book of Ruth. What scripture was that?
Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 5.
Deuteronomy chapter 25 and verse 5 is what you need for the book of Ruth. All right. Any more on that?
Come.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. And it shall be that the firstborn which she buried shall succeed in the name of his brother, which is dead, that his name be not put out of Israel.
That his name be not put out of Israel. This is the purpose. This is the purpose of Boaz marrying Ruth. All right. Go ahead, Hebrew. Keep reading that. No, that's the law. All right. Deuteronomy 25 and verse 5. All right. Go ahead, Hebrew. Read that.
link to sign in sheet.
No sweat. Get it to me.
It's like this, sir.
Go ahead.
Let me paraphrase it. Any of the scripture in the Bible that a brother went in onto his brother's wife also when his brother died and he spilled it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
I forgot brother
I
name.
forgot his name, but
Obed.
yeah, but the Lord
No,
was
not Obed. Something else.
yeah, the Lord
Come to me.
was mad about that.
Obed is Ruth's son.
Yeah, that a lot of fake Israelites use that scripture as saying that
By mistake.
he he was doing something else. You get what I'm saying? But this is something that brother, he didn't do what he was supposed to do. You know, the Lord was displeased with that. But that's another
Own it.
Yeah, Own it. That's the name. Own it.
Who is it?
Own it.
Own it.
It's Judas son.
Go ahead. Give me that. Where we left off at. You got something, Damian? Give me where we left off at.
Okay. And verse 9. And Boaz said unto the elders and unto all the people, ye are witnesses this day that I have brought all that was Elimelech's, and all that was Chilion's and Mahlon's of the hand of Naomi. Moreover, Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of Mahlon, have I purchased to be my wife, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance.
That's what we just read in Deuteronomy 25 and verse 5. All right, go ahead.
That the name of the dead be not cut off from among his brethren.
From among his brothers. All right, go ahead.
And from the gate of his place. Ye are witnesses this day.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. And all the people that were in the gate and the elders said, we are witnesses. The Most High make the woman that is come into thine house like Rachel and like Leah.
You see what I'm saying? Why would the people even refer her to like Rachel and like Leah if she was a Moabite?
All right.
Because Rachel and Leah were sisters, man. They wouldn't even say nothing like that. You ain't gonna refer a Chinese woman to an Israelite woman. You ain't gonna compare them. Make that a comparison. Go ahead.
Yeah, Rachel and Leah were.
That is no comparison. That is not no comparison.
It's not no comparison.
You can't compare no Chinese woman to a black woman.
You can't.
No, it's way off.
Go ahead, Hebrew.
Rachel and Leah was Rebecca's kin.
There you go.
Kinfolk.
Like, y'all gotta be. Come on, man. Like, put two and two together and stop being dumb. Read, man. Reading comprehension. Go ahead.
What they said about putting stuff in books.
Right. Like, come on. That's why the Bible says, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, study to show thyself approved.
Right.
That's what the Bible says. Study to show thyself approved. You got to study this, man. You got to know the backdrop. You got to know the history of the land, how we got the land. And then you got to understand the law. You got to understand the law of kinsmen. You can't say Ruth is a Moabite and you ain't got no proof. You know what I'm saying? The only proof you got is that it said Moabite. All right? Go ahead.
Okay. Which two did build the house of Israel, and do thou worthily in Ephratah, and be famous in Bethlehem. Verse 12. And let thy house be like the house of Perez, whom Tamar bare unto Judah.
Yeah, Perez was one of the sons of Judah. Go ahead.
Of the seed which the Lord shall give thee of this young man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like a young woman.
Perez is from the line of David. All right, go ahead.
Verse 13. So Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife. And when he went in unto her, the Most High gave her conception.
Was there a pastor there? And a ring and piece of paper? And a contract agreement? What did it say? Boaz did what?
So Boaz took Ruth.
He took her.
Took her, man.
He deboed her?
Did he rape her?
Nah,
that's what you fake Israelites say. When he took her by the hair, dragged her, and made her. Nah, that's not what it means, man.
Against her will.
It just he got him a wife, man. You understand? Like we slaves in our mind. We think we need the slave master to go to say, look, master, can I marry this woman I love, master? And master gives you a piece of paper to sign and says, look, you got to do it the way I tell you to do it. You got to give her a ring, get on one knee, sign this piece of paper, and say you want her. And then when you so-called cheat, which has nothing to do with the Bible, then that piece of paper means that she comes back to me, I take care of her, and you get the hell out the house. And I'm gonna make sure she get everything that belongs to you. If not 50-50. You women only want 50-50 when it comes to divorce. But when it comes to getting married, you want the man to pay all the bills. 100% on him. But when it comes to that damn divorce, you want 50-50 then. Go ahead, read.
Okay. So Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife. And when he went in unto her, the Most High gave her conception, and she bare a son. And the woman, Salakia, real quick, I know I'm trying to get through this, but
it's about to be 12.
Listen, if I may, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, it wasn't no ceremony, but what we do know is he went in unto her.
He went on him. That's what it means. Sex is marriage.
That's all I need to know.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Verse 14, and the woman said unto Naomi, blessed be the Most High, which hath not left thee this day without a kinsman, that his name may be famous in Israel.
That his name may be famous in Israel, brother.
Because that old man took care of that young woman.
That's right.
He was an older man. He wasn't young.
Go ahead. Where we at?
That's it. 15.
15:21. Salakia. Sir, can you hold it down in the bathroom real quick?
Oh, so you want me to read the Hebrew?
I can read it.
Go ahead.
All right, the book of Ruth, chapter 4, verse 15, in the Holy Tongue. YAHANNA la mashaya napash wala call SHALAM kaya kalaka ashar aha taka yaladakwa ashar haya tawabha laka ma shabaiha bunyam. Verse 16. Wa the kwach naimya ha yala ha yala wata shaf hawa baka yak ha wata haya lawa la amanat. Verse 17. Waha, it's like a wata kwar an wata quran ha
Where you at?
Verse 17. Lawa ha shakanwa sham la amar yala bun la naimya wata quar ana shamwa aywaba ha wa bun. It's like an abaya yashaya abaya the wa. It's like a dawuda.
Right,
Verse
dawuda.
18. Wa Allah ta wala da ta walad wa paratiza ha wala ha wala ya ah ha tazarwan. Verse 19. Wata tazarwan ha wala ha wal ya ha wal ya.
That's right.
Ah ram wa ram ha wala yad at I'm yanad ba, or is that I'm yanad dab? Yeah. 20. Wa I'm yanad dab.
That's right, dab. If you look over to the left, you see dab at the end of the letter.
Amina dab.
That's right.
Ha wala yad at na kash one wana kashwan ha wala yad at shalamha Verse 21. Wa shalom one ha wala yad ath ba'aiz or ba'aiza wa ba'aiza ha wala yad ath aywabad. Verse 22. Wa ibad ha wala yad ath yashiyah wa yashiyah ha wala yad ath dawda.
All right, where you finish off at? Where you be done at? That's it. And where you started at?
Verse 15.
15. So 15 to
I read 8 verses.
you were 8. Why you stop?
Supposed to stop at 14.
This is one more verse.
And this is the last set, right?
Yeah.
Supposed to stop
It's
at
the end of the
14.
chapter.
No, so this is the last set.
Nah, we got 3 more.
2 more sets?
Yeah.
No, that was 5,
No.
6, 7.
We don't know 2 more sets.
That was 4 sets we read. 8 through
So
14.
1, 2, 3, 5. So that means we got 2 more sets.
We got 2 more?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
We're going to read the next book. It's the next book.
I'll read the next one. Did you give it to me in the English?
Nope.
Go ahead.
He just done the Hebrew.
Go ahead, read
The
it.
book of Ruth, chapter 4, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
In the Basseton. And he shall be unto thee a restorer of thy life,
Mm-hmm.
and a nourisher of thine old age. For thy daughter-in-law, which loveth thee, which is better to thee than 7 sons, hath borne him.
Mm-hmm.
And Naomi took the child and laid it in her bosom. And
Hold on. Naomi took the child.
Mm-hmm.
But Ruth had the child.
Right.
So what's going on here? What happened? And why did she give Naomi the child? But why? Stay on topic.
Mm-hmm.
You stay on top of the class. We've saying the whole time you would have the answer. Why did Naomi get this child? Because Boaz is not her son.
Mm-hmm.
This child. Go ahead.
because the honor of kinsman was for Naomi.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Give it up.
Go ahead.
Verse 17, and the woman, her neighbors, gave it a name, saying, "There's a son born to Naomi."
Mm-hmm.
And they called his name Obed. He is the father of Jesse.
And this is what you call sisterhood.
Right.
This is a real sister here. Know what I mean? Go ahead.
Kind of the father of David.
Mm-hmm.
Now these are the generations of Perez. Should I stop at 15?
Because Naomi, she could have.
What you reading? 8 through 14?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it, right?
18. I think you started from 18.
I started at 15.
Oh, through 21.
Right.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, Salakia. Yeah, we do have 2 months. I thought we was at 8 and 14. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but what I was saying,
Yeah, I thought we was, my bad. Go ahead.
you know, the end.
No, that's why I said we had 3 sets left because I thought we was at 8 and 14.
3 sets.
Go ahead.
1, 2, you, me. Well, he took your spot reading.
Come.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
But no, go ahead. I'm just go ahead and read.
Verse 18. Now these are the generations of Perez. Perez begat Hezron, verse 19, and Hezron begat Ram, and Ram begat Aminadab, verse 20, and Aminadab begat Nahshon, and Nahshon begat Salmon, verse 21, and Salmon begat Boaz, and Boaz begat Obed. Should I stop there?
Yeah, that's it. We're going to read the next set.
We that lineage now because Obed begot Jesse. You had actually you cheated, or you skipped. You went too far.
If you read 22 in Hebrew, go ahead and read it.
Yeah. So who next?
I'm gonna read it next. I'm gonna go ahead and
All right.
give me some of this Hebrew.
All right. I thought you were running.
No. All right. So we're in the book of Ruth, chapter 4, and verse 22, which is the last verse before we get to the next book, which is Samuel. All right. Ruth, chapter 4, and verse 22. YAHANNA wala yak. I mean Salakia. Wala yad af yashaya shaya hawa layad af dawad
Dawada
Salakia. All right, so here we go. 1 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 1. YAHANNA, Manah, Haram, Thayum, Tazawapyum, Mahar, Aparium, Wa Shamwa, Alak Naha, Bon.
Allah.
Huh?
That's a qua. That's a qua. Or it's a
Salakia. Allah.
It's a pa qua.
Allah Quana.
Yes.
Bon. That's a qua. Salakia.
Uh-huh.
Yara Khum.
Mm-hmm.
Bon. All Yah. What? All Yah. Bon. The Kawa. Bon. Tazawap. Aparathia. Verse 2. Wa Lawa. Shathya. Nashiyum. Shum. Akath. Khana. Washum. Ha Shanyath. Pa Nana. Wayahaya. La Pa Nana. Yaladyum. Wala Khana. Ayun. Yaladyum. Verse 3. Wa'ila. Ha Ayash. Ha Wa'a. Ma'ai Yarawa. Ma Ya Mayum. Ya Ma Yama. Laha Shaf Khawath. Wala Zabak. La Yahweh. Taza Ba'awa. Salakia. Taza Ba'awath. Ba Shala. Washam. Shanya. Banya. Al-ya. Kha Panya. Wa Pa Nakat.
One upon a cause.
One upon a cot.
Cause. That's a sock.
Oh, Salakia. One upon a cause.
That's for knees.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kaha. Wait. Kaha.
Wow.
Nayum.
That means brass mouth.
Brass mouth?
Okay. Brass mouth. La Yahweh.
Oh, we had them goals?
Yeah, them
Go
goals.
ahead.
Most High Christ.
I ain't think nobody gonna catch on.
You know I'm catch on. Them goals.
Waya Haya. Hayawum. Waya Zabak. All Quana or Allah Quana?
Where you at?
What do y'all say? Verse 4. All Quana?
Oh,
what do you
say? You're right.
All right. One, okay. Wanathan. La Pa Nana. A Shathwa. Wala Call. Bun Yaha. Wa Bun Wath Ya. Manawath. Verse 5. Wala Khana.
Where you stop at?
6.
All right.
Yathan. Mana. Akath. A Payam. Kaya. Ath. Khana. Ahab. Wa Yahweh. Sagar. Ra Khama. Verse 6. Wa Ka'ai Saf. Wa Ka'ai Satha. Tazaratha. Gum. Ka'ais. Or Ka'isa.
That's right.
Ka'ais.
Ka'isa.
Ka'isa. Ba'ai Bawar. Ha Ra'ai Ma. Kaya. Sagar. Yahweh. Ba'ida. Ra. Chama. That's it.
Book of Ruth, chapter 4, verse 22, in the Basset tongue. And Obed begat Jesse, and Jesse begat David.
Mm-hmm.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 1. Now there was a certain man of Ramathaim, Zophim of Mount Ephraim, and his name was Elkanah.
Now y'all see this. It's a man, Samuel's father. That was in the land of Mount Ephraim, right? That it says. But was he an Ephraimite? How you know? Talk to me.
What it says?
Now there was a certain man of Ramoth Zophim, right? Zophim, all right? Of Mount Ephraim. Does that mean he's an Ephraimite?
Nope.
So go ahead.
It's telling you where he was from. It's telling you what land he lived in.
Okay. All right. We know.
That's why I say of. Go ahead.
All right. Salakia. And he, Salakia. And you can start back at Mount Ephraim.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
And his name was Elkanah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Elihu, the son of Tohu, the son of Zuph, and Ephrathite.
Ephrathite, the land of Bethlehem, the old name of Bethlehem. All right, we know.
And he had 2 wives.
Yeah, how many wives?
2 wives.
1 wife.
2 wives.
0.
2 wives.
Yeah. 1 Samuel chapter 1.
He had
verse
2
2.
wives, this brother, man. It was an Israelite custom to have more than 1 wife.
And this is very important you read about Samuel because you had 1 wife that was torturing the other wife because the other wife couldn't have kids.
Right.
And she had like 5 kids. And the other wife was like depressed about not having no child.
Right.
So she was like, she prayed to the Lord. I'm just giving y'all a real brief summary. You know what I mean? So we have to keep on bringing the scriptures down. But she prayed to the Lord that she could have a son.
Right.
And if she get this son from the Lord, she would give this son to the Lord and make him a Nazarite. And when she had this son, which is Samuel, she gave the son to Eli. Eli the priest.
And Hannah named Samuel to commemorate her prayer to God for a child. That's why she called his name Samuel. Saying because I have asked him of the Lord.
And you'll see this a lot in the Bible where you had women that was fertile, and you had some women who was not fertile, that was barren. And they'll be, I got 2, 3 kids, you ain't got none. I mean, the other one was like, man, I got my maiden. I offered my maiden to have a child for me. I pray to the Lord, whatever. Go ahead.
What's her name? Did that the brother Jacob's wife? Didn't she?
That's what I'm talking about. Right. You had one of them that it's a certain type of plant, mandrakes.
Mandrakes. Yeah, that was that.
It's like something like a back in the day Viagra.
That's your modern day Viagra. That's your
yeah. But this, if you actually got a hold of a mandrake, it's way powerful than Viagra.
Somebody look up mandrakes and find that.
If you see a mandrake, it looks like a little man when you pull it up. Serious. If you ever see a picture of a mandrake, if you look it up, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's like a little man. You pull it up. That's why they call it mandrakes.
It's like a root.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Just like beets.
Yeah.
I mean, if you cut up a beet and put it in the blender, it probably do the same effect. I
always wondered, was mandrakes your modern day ginseng today?
Yeah. I know it's more powerful. I know that.
Yeah.
And she said, give me some mandrakes.
Mandrakes.
And so I can give to him. So I can have some children. They used to compete of having children back then, you know?
Right. It was an honor in Israel to have for a woman to have children, to bear children.
That's right. Everybody look at it. You know,
look like a man.
I told you, mandrake. Yeah, mandrakes.
Right.
Let me say, Kayal.
It was an honor, man.
Yeah.
Today, women don't even want to have children, man. Today, women want to say, "I don't want no kids." They abort the kids. Thank you. True. Today, you women aborting your baby.
That's the women in the Christian church.
Women in the Christian church.
That's just the truth.
Yeah, you get pregnant and you want to kill the baby. You want to unalive the baby. But back then, in our customs, man, the sisters wanted to have a baby. They prayed. Like Hannah prayed for a son, man. And then when she had the son, she honored the son. She gave the son to the Lord, man.
Man, Hannah's a perfect example of how to pray to the Lord.
Right.
Because Christ said this is how you pray to the Lord. You pray to the Lord for something that God will want.
Mm-hmm.
Something that Christ will want. You don't pray to the Lord for something that you want. If you do want to, make sure it's going to be according to what God will want. All right? And that's what Hannah did. Hannah said, you give me a son, I'm going to give him to you.
And now, right, Hannah gave the son to the Lord. But not today, what we do with our sons. We give them up to Esau.
Right. Yeah, right. Give them up to Esau, man.
We give our sons up to Esau, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you wonder why your son right here twitching and, talking about I'm a woman. You know what I mean?
Right. Bring your sons up in here, man. Bring your sons up in here. All right? And give your sons to the Lord, man. Go ahead. Keep reading.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 2 in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the one was Hannah, and the name of the other Peninnah. And Peninnah, y'all,
we gotta get through this.
And Peninnah had children, but Hannah had no children.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. And this man went up out of his city yearly to worship and to sacrifice unto the Most High of hosts in Shiloh.
Mm-hmm.
Shiloh. Y'all know about Shiloh, right?
Shiloh
is where they had the tabernacle at, Go ahead.
And
also the Ark of the Covenant.
Right.
All right. It's a very special place, man.
You said something about Shiloh with the sisters.
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago.
What'd you say about the sisters going up there to Shiloh? You said
the Benjamites when they went to Shiloh to get some sisters because they didn't have no women to go to.
Were there some type of special sisters or something?
Yeah, anything come out of the tabernacle. Yeah, I
they
mean,
said it was like the women was on reserve type of stuff.
Yeah.
They were, okay, go ahead. Yeah, that's what I remember.
And the two sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, the priests of the Most High, were there. Mm-hmm. And when the time was that Elkanah
mm-hmm.
offered, he gave to Peninnah his wife and to all her sons.
Mm-hmm. Keep reading.
And to all her sons and her daughters portions.
Mm-hmm.
But unto Hannah he gave a worthy portion, for he loved Hannah, but the Most High had shut up her womb.
Right.
Verse 6. And her adversary also provoked her sore.
Who was her adversary?
Mm-hmm.
Stay in class. Who was her adversary? Don't be ashamed.
We said it earlier.
Said it like a second ago.
Who was the adversary?
Adversary. Read that again. See if they get it.
And okay, I'm gonna read 5. But unto Hannah he gave a worthy portion, for he loved Hannah, but the Most High had shut up her womb.
Mm-hmm.
And her adversary also provoked her sore.
Now, who was her adversary? Who?
Her neighbor.
It's lucky, so I was moving around. I didn't get out.
Go ahead, True. Who was her adversary? Give him a hand.
No.
Who she was?
Who was she?
His wife.
The other wife.
The other wife.
She tortured her. That was her adversary.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Verse 6.
Because you know why she was an adversary. She wanted her to give up. She wanted her to leave. Let me have a man out to myself.
Right.
I mean, and that's what they do. You know good. You can't have no children.
Right.
That would make a woman real mad. And he got 5 of them over there. I ain't producing none for my husband.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was torturing that sister, man. Go ahead.
For to make her fret, because the Most High has shut up her womb.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Keep going.
That's it.
So that's it, right?
Yeah, we got one more, 7 to 13.
We'll go ahead and knock it out.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So when we start from 8?
7.
7? Okay.
Go.
1 Samuel chapter 1, verse 7. Wakan, Ya Aisha, Shana, Ba Shana, Maria, Al-Tha, Baba Ya, Yahweh, Kam, Tha, Ka'ai, Sana, Wa, Baka, Wa, La'a, Tha, Akal, verse 8. Wa, Ya'imar, Laha, Al, Quana, A, Yasha, Hana, Lama, Tha, Bakaya, Tha, Bakaya, Wala, Ma, La'a, Tha, Akal, Ya, Wa, Ma, Ya, Ra'ai, Labad. It's like it. Labad. Ha lo wa'a. Ankaya tawa. Laka ma aishara. Ban yam. Verse 9. Waf kwam hana. Akaria. Akal la. Ba shala. Wa akaria. Shata. Wa ayo ya. Ha kahan. Yasha. Ayo. Ha kasa. Ayo. Maza razat. Ha yakal Yahweh. Verse 10. Wa haya'a mara. It's like it. Marath. Napash. Wa thal palala. Al Yahweh. Ba kaka. Da baka. Verse 11. Wa thorak. Looks like it. Wa thardar. Nadar. Wa amar. Yahweh. I ba'awaf ra'a sa ra'a ba'ai yaya a matak wa zakar thanaywa wala'a ta shaka. It's like a ta shakaka af aimatak wa natak wa nafta la ma'aftak I zarai. It's like a zarai. Anashium, wa naf the Yahweh, la Yahweh, ka Yamaya, ka Yayan, the ka Yahweh, wa ma wara, la a ya aila ayo ra ashwa. Verse 12. Wa haya kaya hara batha la haf palala la piya Yahweh al ya shamar af paya. Verse 13. Wa hana ha ya'a ma the baraf ayo laba rock shapaf ya na ayaf wa ko wala la'a ya shamai wa yaka shaba aya la shakara. Verse 14.
That's it. Boy, made me want to read something. Go ahead, give it to me.
The book of 1 Samuel chapter 1, verse 7 in the Basseton. And as he did so year by year, when she went up to the house of the Most High, so she provoked her, therefore she wept and did not eat.
Sister cried,
Where we
man.
at?
Verse 7.
Okay.
Verse 8.
Sister cried and didn't want to eat nothing. Go ahead.
Then said Elkanah, her husband, to her, Hannah, why weepest thou? And why eatest thou not? And why is thy heart grieved? Am not I better to thee than 10 sons? Can I just say something real quick? I just wanted to point out as well, because I don't think we really touched on it.
Go ahead, Eagle.
Before we got all the way over here, you know what I'm saying? It's important to know that Ruth is the mother, Boaz is the father of King David. I don't think we really touched on it
grandmother.
too much.
Great grandmother. Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I didn't say great grandmother, but grandmother.
Right.
Yeah. Four father.
That's right. Mother. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? She gave birth to King David, which would subsequently.
King David, her offspring. You don't say gave birth.
Yeah.
Okay, come.
Yeah.
Eventually, King David would come from her line, her and
offspring.
And Boaz's offspring.
That's right.
In their line, you know what I'm saying? Which would then bring forth Christ, who we know as Yahweh Shai.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And ain't no way a heathen coming
throughout.
It was a perfect plan.
Yeah.
Perfect. And now we're talking about their offsprings right now. Because there's a lead up to the birth of Christ.
Right.
Right.
That would be breaking. God would be breaking His own law. Go ahead.
You mean to tell me Christ was born from a Moabite,
Right.
Down syndrome tribe of people? Ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? So,
Go ahead.
anyway,
Christ ain't got no shrimp fried whites.
Yeah,
in his blood.
right.
The shrimp fried whites.
Nah, not shrimp fried white. Not shrimp fried white.
Right.
Not stuff by white. $10.99.
How you want it? How you want it?
We don't get flagged.
How you want it?
How you want it? I feel sorry for your mama. Shrimp or chicken? Get out of my store. I don't want any trouble. All right. Verse 8. Then said Elkanah, her husband, to her, Now, why weepest thou? And why eatest thou not? And why is thy heart grieved? Am not I better to thee than 10 sons? Verse 9. See, men knew they worse back in the day.
That's like a black man.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That game.
Yeah, ain't not better than 10.
Yeah.
Better than 10 sons. What you crying about, girl?
You know what I'm saying? You got me.
Gird up your loins.
This is what you gotta tell your wife, man. You got me, baby. What you crying for? Verse 9. So Hannah rose up after they had eaten in Shiloh, and after they had drunk. Now Eli the priest sat upon the seat by a post of the temple of the Most High. Verse 10. And she was bitter.
We talking about Eli in the Bible. We ain't talking about the book of Eli.
Right.
The movie.
Right.
Denzel Washington.
Yeah. Verse 10. And she was in bitterness of soul and prayed unto the Most High and wept sore. Verse 11. And she vowed a vow and said, O Lord, O of hosts,
of armies. Go ahead.
If thou wilt indeed look on the affliction of thine handmaid and remember me, and not forget thine handmaid, but will give unto thine handmaid a man child, then I will give him unto the Lord all the days of his life, and there shall no razor come upon his head.
Sounds familiar, huh? Samson. Go ahead.
And it came to pass.
John the Baptist too, right?
Right.
And it came to pass as he continued praying before the Most High, that Eli marked her mouth.
Eli was watching her pray. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't saying anything. Her lips were just moving. That's why they say he marked her mouth. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Now Hannah.
Eli marked her mouth, meaning that he was watching her lip move, but her words wasn't coming out her mouth. She was praying, but she wasn't no sound.
Yeah, she wasn't doing like the Christian.
Yeah, she wasn't praying out loud. Yeah. Hallelujah! Oh God, please give me a son. She wasn't doing that. She was just like that. And Eli marked her mouth. Eli was watching her lip move. Go ahead.
Okay.
It's gonna tell you in the next verse.
Okay. Verse 13. Now Hannah, she spake in her heart, only her lips moved.
See? Go ahead.
But her voice was not heard.
See what I'm saying? That's what it means when he marked her mouth. Go ahead.
Therefore, Eli thought she had been drunken.
Stop right there. That's it for. We're gonna pick it up next week. You know what I mean? In the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 1. We're gonna pick it up at verse 14. All right.
Okay, let's just do the Lord's Prayer, and that's it.
We're gonna do the Lord's Prayer. Maju. Let's give the priest the wine. Okay. Let me get it.
No, y'all. That was it, right?
Give the priest a little swig. Come on.
Yeah. I'll suck this on. That mouthpiece up.
Blow the horn real quick.
Go to whistle.
I'm gonna try.
Good enough.
YAHANNA.
YAHANNA. All right.
I gotta blow it again, right?
Good enough. All right. Got the Lord's Prayer. I'm gonna knock it out, Hebrew. Go ahead and get it. That's it out.
The Lord Prayer.
You got it? It's right there.
You gotta say it first in English.
No, Hebrew first.
Hebrew, okay, yes. That's right. That's right. All right. Majah, which means stand. Everybody, Lapon Hakadon, which means face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. I.S.U.P.K. Yahweh. BLACKWATCH. SKYPE. I.S.U.P.K.
Baratza. Kawah. Mashamayim. Nadolinaw. Nakum. Yawam. Wasalakanaw. Kabawafnaw. Kasalaknaw. Kabawafinaw.
Yahayanna.
Manasayawan.
Abal. Hawashayna. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Aka. Hamalakwa.
Wahala.
Watapara. Hawalumyum.
Aman. In English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And give us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. All right.
So,
come. You want to say, men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh, Yahweh, hands down. Sisters may stand. We're going to salute the sisters in the class. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh,
Hey, I'll slow it down with the sister because she don't know.
It's Yahweh.
Sister, put your right hand over your left. And it's Yahweh. Shema. Alathan. Bahashem. Yahweh. Tell what we just said.
We just said, Most High watch over you in the name of Christ.
All right. That's the Matah, which means hands down.
That's it. Class dismissed.